of financial advisors over the last 2 decades has changed fairly impressively from one of investment advisor to one of orchestrator of financial solutions for families, which by definition are complex intergenerational systems that can go off track in a microsecond. I've worked with families for 25 years in the financial advisory world, and I can say that it doesn't take much for those families to deconstruct in front of you, even though you have great ideas. My goal is not to replace anything that you do, because what you do obviously is successful. But I want to suggest to you that that toolkit could get bigger. There are some things that none of us know intuitively about older adults that if we knew, we would change our approach, we would change our language, we'd probably change our technique. Not on every situation, but to have it available could get you out of a situation that isn't going well. We have to reconsider our assumptions about what's going on in aging and what's going on with older adults. Now, there's some benefits for this, and they're really important for us, and they're important for whether we're talking about your clients, potential clients, whether you're talking about your family, your own parents. Here are the benefits. Number one, something has captured their attention. It's not just that they have old bodies. Something's captured their attention, and they're trying to signal something to us, and what would that be? This is the tricky part. If old is all you see and as old is all you assume in your generalizations, then you don't see the full story. And secondly, if there's certain behaviors that are being signaled to you, which is what human beings really do, you know, I got to tell you that I wish I could say here that human beings were eloquent and articulate and said what they really needed, and when you saw them in counseling, they would just say the truth, but the truth is they do not say the truth. They dance around it. They decoy you. They don't say what they mean, so you have to translate their behavior. It also teaches how to signal back. This is probably the biggest takeaway that you'll get besides the insights of the last phase of life, is how do you signal back? Because when you signal correctly, things change dramatically. Things that look like enigmas and dilemmas start to find their natural solution. So what are older adults up to? What's the agenda? What's the final set of marching orders? If they have a set of tasks they have to accomplish somewhere in the late 60s, it comes on board and never goes away, what are they? Task number one. Maintain control in a world where all control is being lost. If you know nothing about older adults, you need to know this, because this is where the boomers do battle with their parents and they both lose. Let me say it again. My generation, over-pampered, child-centric, narcissistic, always right, do it my way, run into their aging parents all the time, and then they basically have a war over control. And then when it's over, they're not happy they had this. The control war is the most crucial war that you're going to have to deal with your older clients and your adult children clients who are dealing with their parents. Task number two. As important as it is to hold on, older adults know that they are leaving. The only people who are really panicked about death are middle-aged adults, because they finally realize they're not young anymore. When you do the surveys, the people who freak out over the fact that this is Earth and you're going to go are middle-aged adults. Do you know we're going to die? Yes, we've known that for years. It's all in the papers and everything now. Older adults, they get this. So the second task, which is not the task of lasting, which seems to be our mantra, but is a task of leaving. Second task is create a legacy in a world where time is running short. The final mission in life is lasting and leaving. At the time when we're least, on one level, we have a lot of things working against us, but this is the mission that they're hoping we get, that we could help them do. Asked two really important questions, which I thought was really good. They said, look, this changes things for me. I have two questions. Number one is, how do I introduce this, either to my older clients or to their adult children? Because, you know, I feel that I need to bring this up, but what's the way for me to get into equation? So I want to talk a little bit about framing the topic. They asked two big questions. I'm going to give you a couple of practical suggestions for both of them. The first one is, how do I introduce this topic? This is something that our clients and our family members hope that we'll get because it allows us to be successful, but more important, it allows us to do the right thing. Thank you.